What's up and welcome to Recognize Maine on RecognizeRap.com. It's so good to have you in on a Friday, or Ocho de Mayo as they say. But yeah, it's a weekly talk show where we interview producers, DJs, videographers, and artists, everyone doing their thing here in the Maine hip-hop scene. In this episode, we got quite the show for you today. We got videographer Max Bickford, the head honcho over at Klub. He'll be joining the show in a little bit to chop it up. Plus, we got the local music critic Danny joining the show for the weekly segment Jammy with Danny, where she picks one local track that came out recently and shares her thoughts on that. But first, we got Lewiston, Maine artist BabySosa joining the show here today on Recognize Maine. So, Sosa, what's going on today?
Hey, what's going on, bro? What you fucking with?
Oh yeah, it's a pleasure to have you on here. Definitely want to get to know you a little bit. So the first question I got for you, I was on your Instagram page recently and I saw you had a caption that said socially uncomfortable. So tell me, why do you feel like an outsider?
Well, man, honestly, bro, I'm from Lewiston, so obviously, I've always been, niggas always hated on me and they hated on my friends and shit. So, obviously, and now, I'm on Instagram and shit. You can see, my Instagram, I don't really have that many followers and shit. Shit got deactivated and shit. So, I just be feeling I'm not really, out there. I feel like I got a lot of, I got a lot to offer, but, people ain't really fucking with me or whatever. But I'm trying to just, let people hear that in my songs and shit.
Now, you mentioned people hate you because you're from Lewiston. Why is that?
It's, not even just I'm from Lewiston. It's just, the common stigma. It's, man, niggas be hating, bro, man. I don't hate on nobody, bro, but, it's just the little Portland, Lewiston, nobody like each other, I don't know, it's whack.
Right. Now, your name's BabySosa, but, I see you got some facial hair, you got the little mustache going, so tell me, will your name ever evolve? Will there be a Big Sosa? Will there be a Daddy Sosa?
Yeah, I feel like I got a lot of names. Honestly, Sosa obviously is my main name, but BabySosa is just I don't know. I be feeling like a baby. Honestly, I like when bitches treat me like I'm a kid or some shit. And they, I'm like a lady. I really like ladies, man. So it's really just for the bitches, honestly. But well, I don't know, bro. Honestly, the Sosa shit is the BabySosa is just that's just probably just gonna stay the same, man. But niggas know me by Sosa, man. That'll always be my name, probably.
It's funny that you mention, the girls, you like when they call you cute, because I know on one of your tracks, you actually have a lyric where you say, ladies love me because I'm pretty.
Yeah, bitches love me. I be always, I be trying to, I don't know, I be trying to be funny in my raps, but, I be also, I be trying to spit that shit, but I don't ever really try to do too much, capping, really, I be just trying to keep it real, man, honestly.
Now, another lyric I want to ask you about, on your song Wuhan, you got a line, you say, in class, I'm a flunk. So tell me, in school, what was your least favorite class? What was the class you really struggled with?
Honestly, man, it's probably a common answer, but all that shit was just ass, bro. Senior year, I got kicked out of school, man, so motherfucking, they put me in the alternative and shit, but yeah, I don't really, I hate math, I fucking hate math, bro. I used to struggle in math so bad and shit, and I don't even know how, don't even ask me how, but I did graduate and shit, but I still avoided math in college and shit, but math is definitely the hardest, bro. I don't fuck with school, that's just ass.
Right, yeah. There's a lot of nonsense in the high school math courses, geometry, calculus. Of course, we got pre-calculus, so I wasn't a big fan of those either.
Yeah, all that shit, bro. I'm good at counting, I know how to count money, and it's obviously easy.
Right, now, you got a birthday coming up in a few days, so tell me, is there anything on your birthday wish list? Are there any items you hope to get or any ideas that you hope to fulfill this year?
Yeah, man. My birthday coming up, man. I've been rapping I just started rapping 10 months ago, man. August, so I just checked the stats today. In 10 months, I got around 22,000 plays, just with the few songs I've dropped. So I'm really just trying to turn that 22K into really a million, honestly. I know it sounds funny, but honestly, me and my guys, me, RNF, we really just be working, bro. We all just be recording. I just want to see all my guys go up this year, I'm finally 19. I feel like I'm getting old. I don't want to be some old nigga still doing this shit if I ain't getting no bread. So I'm already, just trying to really get my bread up.
No, yeah, and big salute to the whole RNF movement, like you said. And yeah, the last question I got for you. So earlier this year, you put out your debut tape called Lulu, and now in a few days, you're planning to release your sophomore EP. So tell me, what can people expect from this sophomore tape? How is it different than Lulu?
Well, Lulu also, you gotta remember, I've only been doing this shit for dropped the first EP, I just kind of got my flow quick and dropped that shit quick. So I did pay for the sessions and shit, but I feel like on this tape, it's more like me. Like, I bought my own equipment, I've been really like mixing my own music and stuff. Like, I'm trying to get my skills better and shit. I've been working with Moses, Mondo Music, Moses. He be helping me get my sound better and shit. So a lot of this is really gonna be like a lot of my own like creative sound, but I also got some features from some really like, some clouded rappers, like I got a Twin Uzi feature, like Autumn. Like, yeah, I got some good features. It's gonna be a good project for sure. The people that fuck with me and that listen to me, they gonna keep fucking with me for sure. Like, so they know it's all love with me, so they know it's gonna be lit for sure.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for that, and yeah, definitely looking forward to it. Well, BabySosa, thank you so much for taking the time here on Recognize Maine, and enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, man, you too. Stay safe.
All right, yeah, for sure. And yeah, check him out on Instagram at SosaIDK. BabySosa is his name. And before we welcome the next guest, Max Bickford here on Recognize Maine, let's take a moment to check out one of the music videos he directed recently.
Got a Max in the cut. I was down that mud. Pull for my cut. These bitches ain't up doing my thing. BBS on me, my thumb is like playing. Don't run up on me, I might go insane. I'm smoking to this straight to the brain. Show you what part. Got a Max in the cut.
Love that one right there, and shout out to 1-800-ALBA doing his thing in that music video. So, Max, welcome to Recognize Maine, and how's it going?
Good. How are you, dude?
Oh yeah, doing all right. Thank you so much for joining the show here today. And as a videographer, you spend a lot of time behind the scenes, doing interviews, doing music videos. So tell me, during that process, what's one thing you've learned about yourself? Give me some strengths or some of your weaknesses, behind the camera.
Oh yeah, of course. I feel like a strength is I'm very inspired by a lot of people that I work with, and that's kind of why I choose to interview the people that I do and do the music videos. People that I work with is because they kind of like push me forward. I think that also helps me to like be more driven and stay a lot more like consistent with putting out videos and just kind of staying like just inspired overall. It's just like working with the people that I do. And then a weakness is probably, I don't know, man. I think it's just like overthinking shit and just like kind of overthinking about like just editing and filming and just kind of making sure everything's perfect. Because I want everything to look good, and I just want everything kind of falls back on me. So I just want everything to be like 100% before I put it out there.
No, I like what you said about, being inspired by the artists you work with. I definitely feel the same way. A lot of the local artists here in Maine, they're some of my favorite artists in the world. A lot of these people, I wake up and listen to them in the morning. So I definitely hear what you're saying there. And, so some of the most popular videos on North Club are the 1-minute freestyles. So tell me, how'd you come up with that concept, and why do you think people are drawn to those, short videos?
I like to keep a lot of my North Club videos short, like the interviews, like the freestyles. I feel like it holds people's attention. It's like quick cuts. Everything's just kind of quick, and it grabs your attention. It's kind of like a brief introduction about who the artist actually is, and I kind of want people to like want more from that artist. So that's why they're so short. So it's like there's very little supply, so there's more on like the demand of wanting to know who the artist actually is.
Right, yeah. I mean, that's a good point, because people these days have such short attention spans, in the age of Instagram. So definitely keeping it to 1 minute is a good idea for sure. And, as journalists, as videographers, we've all made mistakes. I remember talking to Miho, who used to be a radio personality over at Hot Radio Maine, and he once told me that he did a backstage interview with J. Cole just to find out that he forgot to hit the record button. He had nothing to show for it once the interview was over. So tell me, what's one mistake you've made on set?
I definitely still do this, which kind of sucks, but I'm learning. I forget to clear my SD card sometimes. I only have one SD card at the moment, and I'll like shoot videos like in back after back and like right after each other, and I forget to like put it on my computer and like save up space, and then I'll be like recording a video. I'll be like, shit, all right, 1 second, I have to delete all these photos, or I have to delete some footage I don't need. So I gotta work on that, but that's definitely one of my fuck ups.
No, I definitely feel your pain there, because I shoot a lot of my videos on my cell phone, which is the old iPhone SE, so there's not a whole lot of memory on there. So, before interviews, a lot of times I gotta, delete old photos that are on there or old text messages just to make sure I got enough room. So, I definitely see what you're saying. And, I've seen you out and about at local shows, but, I rarely see you on camera yourself, so tell me, why do you prefer to be behind the lens rather than in front of it?
I feel like that's just kind of who I am. Like, growing up, I've always kind of been low-key, and, like, I feel like I'm very focused on my content and not really focused on kind of, like, putting myself out there, just, like, putting out my brand and pushing my brand, but not actually, like, kind of pushing myself out there. But I feel like right now it's just me just focusing on really what I'm putting out there as content, not really, like, focusing on putting myself out onto social media and stuff like that.
Right. Now, because of the coronavirus, we've all been laying low lately, been all quarantined up in our houses. So tell me, once this is all over, what are some videos that you're excited to work on?
Dog, I have so many ideas. It's crazy. This virus is ruining so much shit for me. I'm, like, so motivated all the time, and it's like, damn, I have all these ideas, and I'm starting to work with people in Boston and New York and LA, and it's like, I gotta wait. But right now I have a lot planned. I'm just gonna say that the videos are gonna be a lot more. The quality is gonna be much better. The interviews are gonna be more like short trailers, more like short documentary style. Everything's just gonna be cleaner, and I want to work on the quality of my videos more than the consistency. I just want to make sure everything's perfect before I put it out there.
Right, yeah. We're all looking forward to seeing those videos for sure. And, once again, thank you so much for joining the show here on Recognize Maine, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Of course. Have a good one, Doug.
Oh, yeah, thank you so much. And, definitely check out North Klub on YouTube and Instagram. Definitely got a lot of cool music videos and interviews on there. And now it's time for that weekly segment, Jammy, with Danny, a local music critic. She's going to be choosing one song that came out recently and sharing her thoughts on that. So, Danny, what are we getting into today?
Hey, Matt. So, I've been getting comments that I look different every week. Is that true? Anyway, today we're watching the music video for Foreign Whippy by Moses Almondo. Let's check it out.
Foreign Whippy go too fast and I've been swerving. Lately I've been hot in every city I've been serving. Stuck inside the Maybach, need a private, got some curtains. Benji's falling out my pocket, you see that I'm working. I'm with your bitch, I fuck for certain. In my bag, I'm in my Birkin. I say iron, they be hurting. Reason why that bitch is twerking on my dish, she just been slurping. Taliban, I wear a turban. Super classy, I drink bourbon. He's too pussy, I can't serve him now.
Matt, can you do me a favor on this one? Can you play just that first 3 seconds again? I really just want people to appreciate the art. Do y'all see that? What? Yo, lit. I know people could say what they want, but I just think the edits on this video is crazy. I really do appreciate the effort put into just, the editing and the whole video as a whole. It's an amazing music video. As for the music goes, I would have liked there to be a little bit more of a section where it went a little bit upbeat and then back to the normal rhythm again. But it's not a very bad song, it's worth listening to. So yeah, this one is a jam, Matt.
It is a cool music video. You could say the director Travis Doyon did a lot with a little. There's only so much you can do shooting a music video on a basketball court in the middle of winter, and I think he definitely made that work. And I like the song as well. Moses, he's got a lot of previous songs that have a lot of melody in them. Not so much this one, but I gotta say I kind of like the change of pace. Definitely, excited to hear more from Moses in the future for sure. And just want to say thank you so much for taking the time and watching this episode of Recognize Maine, and have a wonderful weekend and stay safe out there.